We're only
Hello.
going in 720, unfortunately, because that's all I can afford on on this live one. But
For now.
let's,
For now.
yeah. I'm trying to see if we're going live on the chat. Yes, we are. We are live on the channel. There we go. So let's fire that one up.
Ooh.
Going in 720, unfortunately. That's me telling everybody that I can't afford the fancy one.
All
So
right.
let's have a look and get the chat room up. Live stream chat. I don't know how this is all going to work. We will just see. Top chat. No, we don't want top chat. We want live chat.
Live
I'm
chat.
going to go hello.
Hey,
Oh,
MJ.
we've already got MJ in. Oh, and it's working there as well. Sensational. Hang on, let's see if this bit works. Hey, how are you, MJ? It's been a while. Yes, we've had a few things going on, haven't we?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. We've been pretty busy in our personal lives. That's for sure.
Please let me know if the audio levels are coming through okay, because I can't monitor it, unfortunately. But oh, now this is weird because I've got the screen with a delayed reaction going on over here, and I've got what we've got going on over here. Yeah, I thought let's just go live. We were actually going to try with the static echoes going live as well, but we've had a few issues, technical issues tonight, so we're trying it the old-fashioned way. So
I mean,
how is
it
everyone, as in MJ?
it seems like we always have some technical difficulties.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's it.
It's all good.
Oh, she's moving house. Actually, I want to test something out. Hello from Riverside. I want to see if this comes up over here as well. I don't think it will. Didn't even come up there. So
All right.
oh, it did too. Sorry,
That
I went
was
all high pitched hyena talk then.
oh my god.
Mm.
Jesus Christ.
Well, it's just the three of us at the moment because. Sorry, I'm just excited because last time we came in live in here, the chat room was not working at all. So we will see. We haven't actually advertised this anywhere. I just can't get over how quickly. Hang on. Are you saying you've tried it, or are you asking if I've tried it?
Tried what?
Sorry, I just had
Oh,
messages
the
going.
Ovilus.
Yeah, the iOvulus. Hang on, where are we? To give you a little hint, when you look at that video that we did out for the Yowie investigation, Dion and myself, we actually tested the iOvulus out, and holy moly, it went off. It was brilliant. So I think,
Really?
oh, the,
And it's an app that you could download?
yeah, Shadow Entity.
Shadow Files?
Static.
Oh, that's wild.
So we're obviously where I'm set up. We've got the shadow files and static echoes set up in this room, and we've had shadow, we've had static, we've had entity. You shouldn't be doing this in your own home. Seriously, you should not be.
What's it called?
Yes, I'm on the
iOvilus?
phone. Yeah, that's stopping now. Anyway, yes, it was very interesting. Oh, hang on, let me have a look. I've got to. My brain is a little fried after a busy week at work. Obviously, haven't properly done the investigation, but yeah, apparently
Is it this
there's.
one?
I can't see a darn thing on that one. It's it should be all green. No, that's not it.
That's not it.
No, it should look. God, I don't even know if you can see that, but get ready to look at my screen. See how green that is?
Yeah.
That's what it should look like. And it's got Growler's Eye Ovulus. That's what you need to look up. Growler's Eye Ovulus.
Growlers like GROWLER.
W. Yeah, hang on, let me. With a Z on the end, like you.
Growlers with the Z.
Yeah, GROWLERZ or Z, you American
Obelisk.
people. You want to give it a burl anyway, because, excuse me, we went to that old cemetery afterwards and we got some very interesting stuff, which ties into a lot of other things as well. So it was definitely interesting. Definitely interesting. I don't want to say too much more than that.
So you guys use the obelisk where in the Yowie area?
In the cemetery, there's a cemetery close by, and we didn't do it where we were investigating Yowie activity. We were doing it in the cemetery. That sounded wrong. Yeah, MJ, you can actually calibrate it if it puts too many words out, and that's one of the beauties of this thing. You can actually adjust the sensitivity of the sensors on it. You'd probably have to look into it a little bit more, because I'm not sure of all the high functionality of it, and I know that he was actually adding a few more bits to it. Now, last I spoke with him, he was in the final stages of Google approving it for the Play Store. I know there's a free version that you can get, but the full pro version, which has got a lot more stuff on it, is out there as well. Yes. Yeah, we went to Jarradale. So I don't know. We got four. Actually, we got 4 people in. I haven't even advertised this, so I don't know who everybody is. If you're in there, do you want to come and say hello?
I shared it to OPW and also Forsaken Soul.
Hey, Jax. I don't. No, she was supposed to be coming on a week or two ago, but that's when I decided to have that little bit of a break, and we missed out. And she was indisposed the week before that. So, Jax, we owe you a show. But as soon as you're ready, let me know, and we will make it happen.
Jess, and hopefully the plans for the future. Should we mention
Hey, Tristan, how are you, mate?
Tristan. Sorry.
He was actually one of the guys that was out on the York weekend where we were all dressed like Vikings and wizards and things like that. He actually got to walk into the old York hospital at the same time we did. Actually, a little bit after us, we beat him in. But yeah, it was an awesome weekend. So say hello to your good wife as well for us.
Also, Kaiten Jupiter.
Yeah,
hello
that's Meg.
there, guys.
That's Meg, his beautiful wife.
Ah, there you go. We got the couples.
We got the couples in, yeah.
Awesome.
She was actually just sending a message, which is what I was looking at before. Meg, I'll message you after we finished on air, and we'll arrange that barbecue. So we were going to arrange and set something up, but yeah, we recorded a little bit earlier, didn't we? And it turned into a little bit of everything, really. Because it's been so long since we've been recording, it was more of a catch up more than anything. So
I mean, that's it. You should title that. That should be on the thumbnail. Ketchup.
What? Ketchup, and not the tomato ketchup.
Oh
So
man.
I apologize for anybody who is watching tonight because we've been out of it for a little bit, so I've got no idea what's going on. But yeah, to fill everybody in, had a little bit of a break. I've got another channel called Static Echoes, which I've sort of been focusing on a little bit just to try and get that thing set up. Now that thing's gone ballistic. It's monetized. It's making money now, which, like I said, by the time you take out the YouTube charges, you take out the tax charges, I've got enough to buy half a Happy Meal. But it's on the go. So yeah, and it's time to kickstart this. Now, one of the things I was saying is, guess what? Falls on a Friday this year. Halloween.
Ooh.
We have a Halloween special that we have to arrange. And
I mean,
let's see.
what are you? What are your thoughts? Like, do you want to do the? Because we often talk about movies on here.
Yeah, well, let's put it out there. There's 5 people watching. What would you like to see as a Halloween special? Tell us in the comments. We want to know all about it. What would be a good Halloween special? So, and if you want, I can actually put my funny voice on. It's not quite as subtle when I have to turn around and push the button, but
I can't hear myself.
Happy Halloween, everybody.
there you go.
I'm
Happy
not
now.
sure. It's how do you hear me? Regular?
Yeah.
You know what?
He thinks he's putting on a funny voice, but he's not really.
No. It's honestly, I haven't changed my voice or really been practicing on this since I can't really hear myself. I should put in some time for that. But I'm afraid to change my voice and not be able to change it back.
I know exactly what you're talking about. I sound like Smurfette at the moment. Now, if this doesn't go back to normal, I'm in some serious doo-doo. See how easy it is to make Fernando giggle like a little girl, even though I sound like one. It's weird because I can sort of hear my own voice underneath, and then I can hear this bloody stupid thing going on here as well. So, what do I say? I better go back to normal before he dies.
There we go. Back to normal.
There you go.
That was weird. That because these are open back headphones, I could actually hear my voice underneath, and then I could hear the high pitch on top of it. It was very demonic sounding. It was weird.
Lay out the helium, Gary. Lay out the helium.
Yes.
Oh man.
All right, so we've got the movies idea. That's one we do just about every year. Crazy stories.
Well,
Tristan
I'm
like-
assuming
Tristan
based
likes
on true
Leprechaun.
events, but like crazy true events. My favorite horror movie right now, although I'm not gonna say it, we'll leave it for the Halloween special. It's an awesome movie based on true events in New York.
Really?
Oh yeah. I think I actually brought it up on last year's Halloween special.
I don't know because it's like been a whole year since we did one of them.
Yeah. It's absolute favorite.
The Leprechaun. We have to we do have to get Barry Fitzgerald back on again.
Oh
He's
man.
due.
I would love to talk to him again without the incident.
Go on, tell everybody the incident. I know we've been skirting around it, but there's only 5 of us in here, so you might as well share it.
All right. So even for the Soul Sisters, I'm not sure if they found out what was the incident during our interview with Barry, but so we were recording within 3 time zones, which is amazing. I'm in the US, Gary is in Australia, and Barry was in Ireland.
Ireland, yeah.
Okay. So 3 time zones. So I was recording like for me, it was like 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. But I wasn't feeling very well. So what happened is that I was trying to mute the mic every time I had a sneeze or cough. But there was at one time, like he was saying some amazing story, and then I'm not even sure I was able to mute myself because I didn't want to, the achoo, like or like between what he was saying. But I twisted my head and I just let loose, right, to get that lungs, like cleared up. It just cleared up a little too much, right onto the shoulder of my shirt. So the
Booger
whole
alert.
entire time I was recording like this because I was trying to block my shoulder. Oh man,
It's not
it's messed
rocket.
up, man.
Actually, who was it? Meg just had a good idea. Sounds like a pub quiz. We should have a quiz.
Ooh,
All
drinking.
five people. All 5 people. Let's come up with some questions. All right. First
Oh.
one to answer correctly gets a high five. What is the name of the most haunted building that we went to last week here in WA? Oh, the two busy talking about the snot incident now.
Yeah, big time.
Let's see who's gonna win. Who's gonna win?
What made it worse is that it was, a black shirt.
Well, at least you went with the Static Echoes colors. I'll give you props for that.
Yeah, man. All I needed was, your glasses, just so everything can match.
MJ won. MJ won, and she wasn't even there. Well done, MJ.
Man, I can't wait. Oh.
Meg, it might feel like you're cheating, but you still came second. Okay. What is the next question? What is the name of the famous couple that the Conjuring movies were based on? No, the high five comes when the sorry, MJ, there's your high five.
No. Can I answer?
No, you can't. Employees are not allowed. Jay's coming with York Hospital. Oh, this is going to be
Oh,
an
man.
absolute cackle. This is. Hey, Jay, how are you, my friend? Sorry, I'm just getting comfortable. Well, yes, there's definitely a delay. Hang on. We have Tristan has won the next question. High five, Tristan, with Ed and Lorraine.
Yes,
Although
yes.
he didn't specify which Ed and Lorraine, it could have been a different Ed and Lorraine to the one that we're thinking of.
You're gonna make them work for it. You have to say first and last name.
Well, it could be Auntie Lorraine and Uncle Ed. If you're really weird, it could be the other way around.
Hello, Jason.
He's my good mate. It's my good mate. So, all right. So we got the first 2 out of the question. I think Fernando, you can ask a question now.
All right.
Got to be way more organized. We want to do a proper quiz. This is just having a bit of fun.
Yeah. You just put me right on the spot. But which house did Ed and Lorraine Warren make famous? Location: Long Island, New York. Gary covered them up.
Oh, hit the microphone. Oh, I had jiggly boobs. Sorry. Looked like I was on an episode of Baywatch in slow motion.
Oh man.
Choo. I'm just pushing buttons, so I don't know how many times these things have come up.
I don't know. I saw you jiggling the moneymakers over
Oh,
here live, and then the
Jason
money
has
make
just answered. You better have a look.
the parent house. No,
I know the one you're thinking of, but
nope, it's not the parent house.
Parent House is actually Rhode Island, isn't it?
Is it?
The Conjuring House is Rhode Island. I'm sure of it.
Yes, yes, no, yes,
yes, no,
yes. Because I actually drove right in front of the Conjuring house, and yes, it was Rhode Island.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There we go. MJ has it.
The Amityville house, which is actually a very nice house. The place I unfortunately wasn't able to go in because it is a private residence. So
It is.
and the owners doesn't want anything to do with the paranormal field at the time. I'm not sure if that has changed, but yeah, I will be extremely annoyed to live in a house where people just pass by and hey, it's the Amityville
All right.
horror house.
Yeah. Extra credit. What is the address of the Amityville house? You're not allowed to
Goddamn.
answer it.
God
I
damn.
know it. Off by heart.
Dude, man, you have information just installed in your brain that is incredible. The amount of information that you know.
But it gives it away. Jay, yes, you are correct. The Lutz house is the Amityville house. Also the DeFeo house, I guess.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I know, Meg. Bloody buying up all the haunted locations. It's terrible. Unless you make friends with them.
Although, did you guys hear about the okay, the lady that owned
Jackie.
the lady that owned the Conjuring house? She's selling it, and somebody bought it already. And oh man, I think no, it was the Warren Museum, the Matt Rife, the comedian.
Yes, I heard about that.
Yeah. I wonder if he's planning to get the Conjuring house too, or did somebody
All right.
already bought it?
I'm gonna give up because they haven't got there with it yet. The address of the it's not 666 Deep South. It is 112 Ocean Avenue, Amityville.
Amityville.
How do you stop that kind of haunting?
I
What
mean,
kind of haunting are we talking about?
the Amityville haunting. I mean, there were so many stories. It's whether or not you believe if it was an actual haunting that caused the craziness, or due to how many people has gone there. I think they have, dispersed. But I heard it was pretty quiet. When I went there, I didn't really feel anything besides the amazement of being in front of this
Sorry,
historic
I'm just
household.
watching some stranger pulled up on my front driveway, and I don't know who the hell it is. Driving a WRX.
WRX.
Subaru. Oh, yeah. Okay. I know what's going on. Anyway, yeah. Okay. Well, there we go. 112 Ocean Ave. We have the. After I just obviously said it, but I don't know what the time difference was, so we'll give it to MJ. Now, in relation to how do you stop that kind of a haunting, the first thing you've got to do is actually be able to ascertain what kind of a haunting you're talking about, if indeed there's a haunting there to start off with.
Identify it, yeah.
Yeah. Once you... Meg has it right. It's a DoorDash. Yes. You need to know what you're dealing with before you can actually deal with it, because you deal with different things in a different way. So we've all heard the stories, and then we've heard like Ronnie DeFeo Jr.'s turned around and said he made a lot of it up just to try and get an insanity plea and this, that, and the other. So what actually happened there. We don't really know. I mean, there's been some interesting photos and things like that, but at the end of the day, none of us were there, so we can't really say what's going on. Okay, so next question is chat is slow. You got it. Okay. What is the name of the haunted institution located in Western West Virginia?
Oh, you threw me off. I was like, wait a minute, did he just say West Virginia? I thought for some reason, West Australia. That's what I was thinking.
No. Western is the place in West Virginia.
Yes, I know. There are so many places I want to go there.
I know Jay knows this one, but it's a matter of who can type it fastest. We will accept some wrong spellings, providing. There we go. Jay got it.
You know what?
Yes, we are talking about Waverly Hills Sanatorium. Well done, Jay. Well done, Jay. That's fantastic. All right. Now,
I want to share something. Our plans. Can I?
yes. Yeah.
Yes. So
Because these guys will probably be here watching and joining in.
Oh,
Definitely.
awesome. So you guys put it in your calendar. Hopefully everything plays out the way we're all planning it. So November 28th, I will be heading to West Virginia and meeting up with Jacqueline Loren from Forsaken Soul, Dark Echoes Paranormal, and we're gonna go to Lake Shawnee. It is an abandoned amusement park. They have gone there plenty of times and have gotten some pretty awesome experiences and evidence. So we're gonna do a crossover. I'll be out there, and I'm gonna try to see how far is it to Waverly Hills to see if I could just peek.
But you do realize that while you're out there, you're only about 2 hours away from Bobby Mackey's as well. So you got three.
But wait a minute. You didn't hear the reason why it hurt me so much is because I've been wanting to go there for so long, but they already tore it down.
They've torn down Bobby Mackey's.
A year or two ago, they were talking about how they're gonna tear it down, and somewhat. So I'm pretty sure that's already has happened.
Oh, in that case, we forget about that one. All right. Now going back to what Fernando was just talking about this Lake Shawnee thing. One of the things that are we allowed to talk about what we're planning, or should we keep it quiet?
I mean, honestly, like we have 6 people watching, and most of them are basically friends, close
Yep.
friends. So yeah, we could share it.
All right. Okay. Excuse me. For everybody who's listening, this is going out to you guys. Okay. When Fernando goes to Lake Shawnee with Jacqueline and everybody,
Spill the tea.
we are going to do a transcontinental Estes method session. How that is going to work is Jacqueline is going to be connected to me and you guys who are going to be in the chat room. Fernando is going to be hooked up to a different sound thing. So he's got the Estes method and he's got the sound and he's got the headphones on, so he can't hear anybody else. He certainly can't hear us because we're just going to be in the ear of Jacqueline. And we're going to ask the questions. Jacqueline's going to repeat them very quietly. If she's going to repeat them at all, actually. And then we're going to see what answers Fernando gets through the spirit box. Because if we can ask the questions here in Australia into the headphones of Jax, and then Fernando gets comes up with an intelligent response, not knowing what questions we're asking. And I'm not coming in with a preset questions or anything like that, because we're going to have the chat room open. So you guys are going to be asking the questions. We're going to be on location, basically, at Lake Shawnee with Fernando, with Jax, and with the rest of the team that are going to be there. So how cool is that? I don't think this has ever been done before. An international Estes Method session.
Man, I'm
from
getting the goosebumps.
potentially all over the world. And Fernando's going to be the focal point of it all.
Oh yeah, I
So
can't
no,
wait.
no
I can't
pressure,
wait.
mate. No pressure at all there.
No. I mean, I'm freaking excited. I can't wait because honestly, I've done the Estes twice, only twice before. So this will be the third time I'm going under. I don't really like to put myself in, in certain situations, but I'm willing to do that over here because, man, I mean, it's Lake Shawnee. It's Lake
Yeah.
Shawnee.
Well, what's even more interesting is Jay, who's in the chat right now. He's actually gone under the Estes Method down at the old quarantine station down in Albany. And I can tell you, and he can tell you, it is as freaky as a freaky thing. I'm trying to be nice with the language. So hang on,
Is
where
Static
are we?
Echoes on right now?
Shouldn't be. There was an episode that went live this morning, which is myself and Lynn talking about reincarnation, past lives, and the mystery of recurring dreams. So if you want to tune in on that, it's quite interesting. There's actually already been a few very interesting replies in the comments for that one. It's not as big as the Pilliger episode that I put out a few weeks ago, which had over 20,000 views, which is the biggest video I've ever had. Last week, I did an interview with the hunter who came face to face with a Yowie, and that one's over 3,000 views already. So they're pretty big. I think it's interesting that when you're talking about more spiritual stuff like past lives, reincarnation, recurring dreams, you get more of the ladies that tune in on that sort of thing. And that's not a sexist thing or anything like that. I just think they're more in tune with some of the finer parts, whereas a lot of the guys just want to hear about the big hairy beast that comes out. Stop him now.
Gary?
Yeah, what do I say? But yeah.
The way you're looking at it right now, it was like you're just almost admiring.
Anyway, yeah. It proves my point that men have got little brains and are easily amused by big scary things, where ladies like to listen to some of the really cool stuff. So yeah, it's thank you, MJ. It's really appreciated to hear that, because there's a lot of people that turn around in the comments and said, how drunk was that guy? Again, I'm trying to keep it clean. He was not one bit drunk. He's just a guy, an older guy. I like to use the word mature because he's older than myself, and he's from the high north in Queensland, and he has that. He actually messaged me later on. He goes, "Wow, when I listened to that podcast, he goes, I couldn't believe my accent the way it was." He wasn't drunk one bit, and he was a very credible man. And when you actually listen, I don't know if I'm still going because it did a thing then. When you actually listen to his retelling of the story, a lot of the details that he talks about in that interview are not the usual run-of-the-mill things that you hear when you hear people talking about Bigfoot, or when you hear people talking about the Yowie. They talk about the conical head and, big, super solid, sort of 10 foot tall and, 6 foot wide and stuff like that. He said, basically, this thing looked like a really big rugby player. So for anybody from Australia watching, you know what the rugby players look like. Fernando, we're talking a solid built linebacker type build, you know. So yeah, sorry, I've got something stuck in my teeth, a bit of dinner stuck in my teeth. Hey, no, it's stuck. So yeah, what he had to say was really, really interesting. And he actually said to me, he goes, I don't care if people believe me or not. He goes, I'm just sharing my story and it is what it is. So thank you for that.
It's
Hang
all
on.
good, Jay. Stay safe.
Oh. Yeah, Jay's down at the moment. So, and Jay's only 10 minutes away from where I live. So, success. I got it out of my teeth. Happy now.
On the statue.
Hmm?
Did you get any more info on the statue? By
Oh, no. He actually looked into it because he said the image that we showed is very, very close to what it was, but it was in a different location to the little place where it actually happened. He was actually going to get in contact with them, and I haven't heard any more yet. But yeah, if you saw that picture, that's very similar to what he kind of was looking at. So yeah. The funny thing is, he actually said the thing that freaked him out more than anything really was this thing had a beard. So he said he didn't feel threatened or anything like that. He goes, it was just a case of he got a bit close and this thing just, yeah, I'm off. And he said if that thing had waited 3 or 4 more steps, he would have walked out of the bush right behind him. It could have snapped his neck or anything. He said this thing just wasn't interested. Just wanted to be out of there. And based on the location and everything, it could have been there watching him setting up for his, his trapping or his eradication sort of things that he was doing there. And yeah, interesting stuff. So what I can tell you is I've actually reached out to some people and I'm hoping to hear back from them about coming on the show as a guest. And this is one of the eyewitnesses that was actually there in 1966 at the Westall incident in Melbourne, Australia. So those of you over here will know exactly what I'm talking about. Fernando probably doesn't really know much about that, but it is basically what they call the Australian Roswell.
Ooh.
So we have talked about it before. It was 1966 and it was a school day because the kids were at school when a flying disc came down and started hovering in a field right beside the school, over a field. And the kids saw it. It got the kids' attention. The kids told the teacher. The teachers saw it and didn't know what to make of it. Kids being kids, they ran out. When they got out there was a second one in the sky as well. One of them touched down and landed. The other one stayed hovering in the sky. And there are over 200 eyewitnesses to this event. And to this day, nobody has changed their story. When they were all separated up, they were all asked to draw what they saw. These are all primary school kids. They all drew the exact same thing, basically, just from a different point of view. Even the teacher, one of the teachers, has been interviewed several times, and he's a very skeptical type man, and you could tell it shook him what he saw because he couldn't put it into words. But where it gets really interesting is the next day, the United States military rolled up. Yeah, your boys. They rolled up and they silenced everybody, told them they're not allowed to talk about it.
Oh,
Very
wow.
much Roswell style, cover it all up and everything like that. Now, it's been next year is the 60th anniversary of Westall, and there's been a big petition to try and get all the files declassified. And at the last I heard, there's over 10 million signatories on that petition to get these files declassified.
God damn, 10 million.
10 million people. So you do realize that the disclosure movement is really starting to pick up. And the race is on now. It's not a matter of when will the disclosure event actually happen. It's going to be more a case of who's going to be the one that comes out first. Because if it's not America, it's going to put a lot of smack in, well, the president's face and in the whole government's face, because they've been the ones spearheading this whole not real, even though they've been releasing snippets and stuff like that. If China releases it, if France releases it, if Australia releases it, America's going to be playing catch up, and they're going to be totally discredited about anything.
Well,
all right, Tristan, you have to tell us a bit about this. So, yeah, it's really interesting stuff. And one of the guys, well, actually, the guy that spearheaded the petition is actually he was on the morning show here last month, and I've reached out to him as well. He's actually just added me on Facebook. I'm still waiting to hear back whether he's going to come on the show or not. And one of the girls, well, she's probably close to 70 now, but one of the little girls that was there that witnessed the whole thing, I've made contact. I actually got her name, and I was able to make contact. So it's hard to get people's names and then find them to send them a message and stuff. So I'm keeping my fingers crossed, but that'll be really interesting stuff. So there's a few things in the works. I've actually also got a interview lined up with Graham Phillips, but again, he's on the run at the moment because he's making another TV show.
Oh,
so I've got to catch
awesome.
him between writing and filming.
Yeah.
We've got more stuff coming out about King Arthur and the whole real tale behind that. And for anybody who is interested in that, it's probably a good idea to go back through our backlog of Shadow File videos, because the first interview I did with Graham Phillips, he actually goes into how one painting led them to this other bit, which led them to something else, which led them to something else, which ties right into Arthurian legend. And it's riveting. He can talk for 4 hours straight, and I would not have to take a toilet break. I would have to listen to every bloody word he had to say. He is really fascinating, that guy.
Oh, man.
All right, so let's put it out there to all you guys in the chat. There's 6 of them in there again, that I can see anyway. What would you like me to look at for a show topic for both Shadow Files and for Static Echoes? Remembering Static Echoes is predominantly a audio-based podcast, so that one is one that you listen to on Spotify and stuff like that, so you can listen to it in your car and everything. Or when I first started that up, my thoughts were, do it in a deep, dark voice like this, so people who have troubles going to sleep can listen to a creepy story and get bored shitless from my voice at the same time, and it will hopefully put them to sleep. While that sounded good in my mind, I then thought to myself, I'm boring people to sleep. But if I get the listeners, that's good. And if they fall asleep, they'll watch to the end of the video. So I get the clocked up time as well. Pretty smart.
Diabolic.
Oh, there we go. Meg wants the Alistair Crowley house. You know, check out the shirt. Yeah. Yeah, I'll have to look into that one. I've also reached out to some occult type groups to see if they would come on to tell us all about that sort of thing. And to date, I haven't had a response. So we're waiting. I might even actually reach out to the Scientologists.
Oh my god, dude.
Oh, come on. We haven't said it for a while. We haven't picked on them for a long time. So
Oh
now's a good
man. Yeah, nah. The Boleskine. Am I saying it right? Boleskine.
I don't know. I haven't heard of that one. Meg,
I
you're gonna have to
mean-
give me the lowdown on that. I don't even know what that one is. Oh, sorry, I'm clicking the wrong button.
Oh man.
All right.
Alistair Crowley. I haven't heard of
Meg.
this house. That's why I am doing a little bit
Oh,
of
Tristan.
research.
There's an F word. How do I edit an F word on the chat other than putting it up for everybody to see?
I mean, I've heard worse.
Oh, I'll get you there. They're talking about the Scientologist, yeah. Oh, we picked on them before. We have. Then it's funny because as soon as we picked on them, we did have technical issues straight after that. We got bloody hell, they're listening in.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, that will be interesting. That we'll have to look into that one, the Alistair Crowley house, and we'll do a show on that. We'll try and knock that one out in the next couple of weeks.
For sure. I'm
Yeah,
going to save it so I could do a little bit of research before I get into that. You can report it.
You can report it. Oh, mate.
That's but the pictures look awesome. Jesus Christ. This actually the front of the Boleskine. I'm just gonna say Boleskine. The Boleskine house reminds me of Letchworth Village structure.
Really?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
It reminds me of the Letchworth Village. Man, I miss those locations out in New York.
You just got to find some new ones out there in Florida, mate.
Yeah, I mean the laws are different out here, so there's a lot of obstacles to jump over to be able to go to certain places. But
oh yes, sorry, ghost ships.
Ooh, that could be part of the Halloween special too.
The Mary Celeste, the Cyclops. We can knock out the whole bloody
Queen
Bermuda
Mary.
Triangle while we're on. Yeah, but that's to me, the Queen Mary is just a haunted ship. It's not a ghost ship. A ghost ship is something that you find out on the ocean and there's nobody in it. The dinner's still maybe not hot, but still on the plates and everything like that. Has anybody actually? I don't know why I'm just going 3i Atlas. We've already done that one. 3i Atlas. Yep. Do you want me to share something with that, which I've already done on the Static Echoes, and that is the funny thing about 3i Atlas, right? Is it's coming in on a retrograde trajectory. It's coming in just 5 degrees off the elliptical, right? So it's coming in all in line and everything, but it's doing a close flyby. I think it's Jupiter, Mars, and one of the other planets. I can't remember which one. Now they're saying it could potentially, based on gravimetric shifts from hitting different gravity wells and stuff like that, it could come very close to hitting one of the planets. But what's interesting is if you're going to send a probe to investigate planets. If you knew 1,000 years ago, 10,000 years ago, that Mars was actually, or 1,000,000 years ago, Mars was actually an inhabited planet, that's where you're going to send the closest to have a look. So it's doing a close flyby of Mars, which leads to that whole, the face on Mars and all that sort of stuff. But the other thing that's interesting as well is that now that we are well established here and we've got the potential, we can see out into space and everything like that with telescopes, that we are funnily enough hidden from its view when it's at its closest point to our planet. It's going around the back of the sun, so we can't get a good look at it. By the time it pops out the other side of the sun, it's on its way towards Mars and it's past us. So if you're wanting to go out and do some surveying and you've got a scary mob, you're going to do everything you can to stay out of their way, aren't you? So that leads towards it possibly being something artificial. Then you go through all the light, the chromas, all these different things, the weird tail and all this other stuff going on with it. It's going way too fast. So that's all interesting in and of itself. But one of the things, I actually put a little 5-minute video up on the Static Echoes channel to say this. When you go to a magic show, right, you're going to see a magician pull the wool over your eyes and entertain you. Okay, so while he's doing this here, you're all watching what's going on. Every one of you knows that all the magic's happening in this hand back here somewhere. Yeah? So, while every one of our telescopes on the planet is pointed at 3i Atlas, what's happening on the other side that we can't see?
Yeah, that's often even the war strategy as far as flanking is concerned.
Well, and that's a classic strategic move. You stand in front where everybody can see you. The army comes at you, and then while they're coming at you, you come in and you flank them from behind because they're not expecting it. That's my point, and that's why I put that up there. So, and then another little thing, which I actually recorded a video, but I haven't gone live with it. I haven't put it live, and that is these stupid bloody congressional meetings where all the whistleblowers are going to come out, right? Every damn time it's big news, all the Congress, they want answers. They're going to say the tough questions. They're going to get the tough responses. Pardon me. Sorry, that was a burp. They're going to get all of these responses out of these whistleblowers. These whistleblowers are going to come forward with groundbreaking new evidence of alien and UAP activity around the world and stuff like that. They sit down in front of them and ask them a question. Have you witnessed something on the aircraft carrier Nimitz? I'm not classified. I'm not allowed to say that. I'm not cleared to say that. I can't say that.
Yes.
I can't say that. No comment. It is beyond my security clearance. Has any one of these people actually looked up in a can't say the word thesaurus what whistleblower actually means? Blowing a whistle. Bob Lazar, bang. He did it, created all that shit. That's a whistleblower. These guys, they're hiding behind the Official Secrets Act. I know it's treason and they might get shot. But if that's the case, why even come forward to say you're going to be a whistleblower?
Yeah.
You're not. You're just a gas bag talking crap.
100% agree.
So I actually did a video for that, but then I stopped short of actually going live with it. I'm not at liberty to say, there you go, Mag. Yeah, she's been watching those bloody shows as well.
So apparently, today, an updated version today, Three-Eye Atlas is reaching Mars vicinity,
Already? It can't
and
be.
its closest approach to the sun, October 30th.
Yeah, and that's when it's coming closest to Earth. Mars is on the other side. Somebody's got some wrong information there.
Yeah. It is. It is.
They've got a guinea pig named Bob Lazar.
Bob Lazar.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Strap a rocket to
Yeah.
him and see how fast. The world's fastest guinea pig.
Key updates: Mars flyby, October 3rd. Blah, blah, blah. What's next?
Those
It
dates
is
don't
traveling
sound right
about 210,000 kilometers.
per second or whatever it is. Yeah, I'll put.
One of the fastest speeds recorded for an interstellar visitor.
I actually heard. I don't know how accurate it is. It could be completely false, but I actually heard that there's another interstellar object entered our atmosphere as well. Not atmosphere, sorry, our solar system.
Is it on the opposite side?
I can't remember the details, but they've already, it's already got a name.
Sorry to hear about Bob Lazar.
We better check in on him. Oh no. Was it in strange circumstances?
Wow. After his passing, they saw a guinea pig shaped cloud in the sky. Yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
George Knapp. Again, he's done a lot for actually bringing out the subject matter, but he's sort of tied by the same things that happen.
Oh man.
But yeah, I forgot where I was bloody going with that now. But yeah, and Jeremy Corbell, I've actually reached out to him to see if he wants to come on the show, but I obviously don't have enough subscribers and listeners for him to come out and come on the show. So the invitation's still there. Jeremy, if you are watching or listening, you are more than welcome to come on the show. Just shoot me a message and we will set it up. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know who, yeah, there's a lot of people that are all for bringing all this stuff out, and nothing new ever eventuates. Lou Elizondo, I don't want to get him offside because I know he would never come on the show, but he's the one that hides behind all of these secrets. Don't be sat there right up front in front of all the members of Congress saying that you're going to give them all this information and then, yeah, I'm not at liberty to say. I can't comment. I'm not classified. So basically, right, what they're saying is that they're allowed to whistleblow so long as they've been given, permission to say so. So they're not whistleblowing anything. They're just being a little trumpet hole. So now there you go. Chip Coffee. I've chatted with him a couple of times. Chip, we may be able to get on the show.
Oh my god.
He's a bit of a. I know it sounds wrong, but he's a bit of a sweetie. That guy. He's a very nice, soft guy.
I mean, the first time I.
Done it again.
What did you do now?
I said he's a nice, soft guy.
Gary. I know you know Chip Coffee, but I didn't know you know Chip Coffee.
Don't. It's funny because one of the first shows that I got into that I really liked based on paranormal investigation was Paranormal State with Ryan Buell. Had a very young Katrina back in the day. There was Elfie, Sergey, and there was a few others of them. and
yeah.
Chip Coffey would come onto it, and so would actually Lorraine
Yeah.
Warren.
Lorraine Warren.
And there was another guy, Chad Kalick. He used to
Yep.
come on there as well. I was actually chatting with him when he turned around. He goes, "Oh, dude, I've got to go. There's an actual earthquake happening." So I was
Damn.
talking to him when some earthquake happened somewhere, and he had to go. And
Jeez.
that was when he was still a bigger boy. He's lost a lot of weight, and yeah, and I've sort of chatted with Chip on and off since then, and yeah, I think that could be. I think we can make that happen.
Sounds good because
Right.
just like you, I was introduced to Chip Coffey through Paranormal State. And just to throw it out there, Chad, he had a great documentary. I want to say it's called American Ghost Hunter or
Yep.
something like this. Yeah,
American
right.
Ghost Hunters. Yep.
And it was pretty awesome. It was pretty awesome. But yeah, Chip Coffey. I would like to chat with him. I think. Do you believe he's legit?
Yeah. Yeah. Look, I'll tell you something now, right? I've always been very suspicious of psychics and things like that. Now, there was when I first started WAPR up, we actually had a psychic on the team back then, and she proved herself time and time again. But I was still always that little bit dubious, you know what I mean? Because in this, I've always said I'm a healthy skeptic. So there's always a little skeptic in me. Wrong words again. But, there's always that little thing going on where there's always a question, you know what I mean? Now, where this changed for me is I took the team to Echoes, which is at my old dojo, and it's a sound chamber. We actually spoke about it on the Static Echoes podcast that came out this morning, and it's all about putting your brain into a certain brainwave pattern so that you're actually not astral traveling, but it's opening you up to a lot of other stuff that's out there. So we had a WAPA only session there. So we had people that were interested. They came along. So there was 14 people in the room, and they did this session, and everybody spoke about everything afterwards. Now, Dorothy, the lady that actually runs the show there, it's gone now, unfortunately. There's a train station there now, but she is a good friend of mine. I could do a whole show just on Dorothy. She's done so much stuff. It's ridiculous. But she invited us over for dinner because she wanted to speak with. Her name was Ali. Ali was the psychic at the time. So it was just myself and Ali went over there, and we had dinner. My sensei was there, and Dorothy was there. I think Dorothy's husband was away on that evening at work or something like that. Anyway, she actually later on pulled out this. It looked like a giant, a medicine bag kind of thing, and she gave it to Ali to hold, and she goes, "Tell me what you get from this. What psychic impressions you get from this." And she started talking about an eagle's claw, or a feather, or this or that, and some weird stuff. And I'm like, oh my God, she's going to embarrass me in front of my sensei. Oh, this is going to be terrible. And then Dorothy had a very interesting look on her face. And she goes to Ali, open it up. So she opened it up. It was like a pouch. Inside the pouch was another pouch, a much thicker pouch. Open that pouch up, there was a box, a wooden box. When she opened the wooden box up, in it was an eagle claw, a feather, and I can't remember what these things, what I described them as looking like. I can still picture them, but I can't describe them. And what Dorothy said to me was it was from one of her investigations where there was ectoplasm rolling down the walls of this investigation. It was scraped up, and this is calcified and gone hard. So it was basically fossilized ectoplasm from a haunting case.
Wow.
And I was like, what? Ali blew me away that night with what she picked up, because there is no way you could even, because of the hard wooden box that these things were in, there's no way you could even get an idea. Because, you know, some people, when they're touching it, you go, okay, that feels, yeah, I can feel like there's something like this in there. There's a card in there, or there's something like that. None of that at all. So it absolutely blew me away that she was able to pick the most weird things out of nowhere. Now, moving on from that, Dorothy, she's been interested in the same sort of stuff that we've been interested for a long time. She's very scientific in her findings, even though she's still very spiritual as well. Now, as an example, these echo sessions that we went to, the sound chamber sessions, everything was recorded, not recorded, but everything was noted down in a journal at the end of each session about what people had experienced, because she was part of an international study to see what happens with these brainwaves. Now, they actually had somebody hooked up, and while they were doing all of these sound things, they were able to work out that they could prove that the brainwave patterns changed. Now, I can't remember what all the brainwave things were, but it went through the alpha, the beta, the gamma, the theta, whatever you call them. But once you get above a certain point, that's when you're sort of hitting the ethereal sort of plane. And what people would experience, you have to go back and you have to go and listen to the episode that I recorded with Lynn. That's on the other channel, but it's unbelievable. Now, to fill you in on some of the stuff that Dorothy's done, I can't name specifics, because, and you're going to go, what the, when I tell you this, she was part of a team that was put together by the Vatican, right? Specifically to travel around the world to prove and disprove claims of divinity and claims of demonic oppression and possession. She's traveled the world doing that, right? What does that sound like to you? This was back in the 70s when she used to do this. There's a TV show on Stan, and I do believe it's on one of the other streaming sites as well, called Evil, about a church-sanctioned team of 3 people that investigated claims of divinity and demonic possession. So, very loosely, that could have been based on. There were more teams than what Dorothy was involved with. I think there was 3 teams or something like that would travel the world. But she was part of that, and she was, even though apparently it gets discounted everywhere, and they will not let anybody know that these things actually happen. But I've seen some of the proof. I've seen some of the things. I know it's real. So take with that what you will.
And she used to be in your team. Do you still have contact with her?
No, she wasn't in my team. She was the lady that ran Echoes, which was the sound chamber, and it was located on the grounds of my old dojo. My sensei had this big Japanese, it was all Japanese fashioned. There was a restaurant there. There were function rooms there. There were big gardens with a big koi pond. There were photo opportunities out at the back. Behind that, he had plans of building a replica of one of the Japanese palaces. And they used to do Kyudo out there, which is samurai archery and other martial arts out there. So we did certain martial arts at the front, and then there were other martial arts that happened at the back. and they needed that obviously because they were firing arrows. They didn't want to kill all the people in the restaurant, so yeah, that's fair enough. But yeah, that's all gone now. And funny enough, actually, Dorothy messaged me not that long ago, so I doubt I will get her on because she's told me some things, but there's a lot of things that she can't really go into. And I would love to get her on the show because she will be absolutely fascinating to listen. Actually, I'll reach out to her and see what she says.
Oh, for
But
sure.
that is incredible.
Shout out to Mark. He says hi. We haven't. And it seems like, I've never heard of this Echoes location, but it seems like Jupiter here might be able to share some experiences of the Echoes.
Oh, please do tell. Do tell.
Get her to whistle blow. That's awesome. That's awesome.
Hang on, there's all sorts of stuff coming. I've got 2 screens full of stuff that's all blopping up all over the place. Get her to whistle blow. Oh, hang on. I can't get my chat to work properly. Let's have a look. Oh, Meg, you've been to Echoes, have you? Well, there you go. It is a small world. That used to be out in Canning Vale. I do believe there are others around the place, but Echoes, because to be honest with you, I never paid for a single session because I knew them. I was part of the inner circle. I was always allowed in. And if I wanted to go there, if there was a couple of spare slots, they'd always throw you in on the end. Now, they'll tell you, one of the weirdest things about going into Echoes and doing one of these sound chambers is they've got the crystal bowls that go off. They've got the gongs that make a hell of a lot of noise. And they usually have a guy going around with a didgeridoo as well. And then when I would take my team in, she would get extra and there would be 2 guys with didgeridoos going. And what happens is when it all starts, it's so they put all this a bit like cream on your bit because you have to have bare feet. You leave your shoes outside, and they're like these yoga mats that go all the way around in a circle. And the mother gong is in the middle, and then there's all crystal bowls and all of that. Now, these are a 2-hour session, right? But what happens is they start off with I'm not going to do the sound effects, but with the gongs, and it gets really loud, and you're like, oh, yeah, I don't know if I'm going to handle 2 hours of this. But what happens is your body starts to adjust and the sound starts to dissipate and go away. You got to remember, you've got these deep gong sounds, you've got these deep crystal bowl humming sounds, and then you got the didgeridoo going and things like that. It's all very deep and it disappears. It starts to float away. And then all you're left with is you can feel the vibrations of all of this. Now, because everybody's feet were in the middle and your heads were out around the edge, when Michael would go around with the didgeridoo, he was firing it at your feet. The end of the didgeridoo was right near all your feet because all the nerves in your entire body finish in your feet. So by blasting the feet with all of this vibration, it was resonating through your entire body. And that sends you off all into these different places. And I'll tell you off air some of the things that I've experienced and Lynn's experienced. Yeah, again, listen to that episode that came out this morning because there's a bit of information in that. Anyway,
I was actually very curious.
Let me finish first. So you're deep in this thing, and then you hear this little ting, ting. You know the little triangles when you're at school?
Yeah.
That high pitched ting, ting. It breaks you out because everything's deep that you can't hear it. And then suddenly this little high pitched ding. And I thought it was a 2-hour session. It's 2 hours. No, it's 20 minutes. No, it's 2 hours. And Meg might be able to even confirm this. No sooner do you go under than you hear that ding. So I don't even know if your concept of time changes wherever you go, because it feels like you're there for 20 minutes, not even, but it's actually been 2 hours. And like there was one time when it was late in the afternoon where we did this session, and I turned around and said, "Nah, you just go ding to get everybody out nice and early so you can go home." And I walked out and it was bloody dark outside. It's a 2-hour session, so I don't know what it does. There you go, confirmed. It absolutely blows you away. So I definitely fully recommend anybody who gets a chance to do a sound session at one of these locations, definitely give it a go. Now, one of the other things was back when I used to do martial arts at this dojo, there's a thing over here called Canteen, which is it's a charity for people who have for kids that have got cancer. And Camp Quality is a place where they go and they're treated like everybody else. And they do this open day once a year. And we were doing a martial arts display there. So what happened was, because we've got all of our gear on, my sensei's wife made a whole load of little bands that look like little black belts for all the kids to put on.
Mm-hmm.
But instead of wrapping them around, their waist, they're all gone around their heads. So they're all like little karate kids. The worst thing you could ever do is teach a couple of kids a couple of moves of martial arts. Only little ones, but they went around just about killing each other after that. Anyway, we were able to wind them all down. We got them in there, and they did an actual gong session just in a big room. And what they did was they walked up and down. All these super hyped kids within 5 minutes were, I don't know what the power of sound and vibration is, but it's definitely full on.
Which brings me to what I was going to ask you earlier. Because I've seen videos of investigators using that sorry, I don't know the name, but that bowl with the stick.
Yeah, I've got one in there.
Have you ever tried using that within paranormal location?
Yeah.
It's
actually the one I've got is actually a proper Tibetan singing bowl, and it's got the Tibetan prayers written around the edges of it. So, and each one of them has a different tone to it. It's all designed to align with different chakras and things like that. So you've got to find one that you got the high pitched ones, and I like the lower tones.
Mm-hmm.
So I've got this one which ties in with, I don't know anything about chakras, so I'm not even going to begin to try. Tristan might know because he looks like he's done some Reiki and stuff. But yeah, they're a cleansing thing, because you do them in here and get them singing really loud, and the vibration is supposed to help ward off any kind of negative energies around. It's almost very similar to doing a smudging with white sage and stuff. Going around with a singing bowl and stuff, I might have to try walking around the house with this bloody thing. Give it a
Hey,
yeah,
that
not that
came out
again.
good. That came out good though.
I might have woken the neighbors up with that one. I know Lynn won't be impressed. She already wants to build me another room that's soundproof so I can practice blowing my horn. Get that battle cry down.
Oh man, she's gonna tell you next to go into your the phone booth, the
I'm not
tortoise,
Superman.
the tortoise, blow your horn in the tortoise.
TARDIS.
Sorry,
it's not a tortoise. God, can't take Fernando anywhere, can you? It's not a turtle, not a tortoise.
God.
It's a TARDIS. Man. Time and relative dimension in space.
Apologies.
There we go. So you should.
Oh man.
Correct. It does help clear energies. Apparently, so does that horn as well, and it clears out. the wife as well.
Oh my god.
Sorry, darling, if you're watching this. I do love you.
That's amazing. Oh, that's some fun stuff.
Uh,
Oh,
anyway, let's get back on. I think we're an hour and a half. I didn't think we were going to go for this long. We might. I don't know if I'm going to have a bed to sleep in tonight after blowing my horn.
I mean, why you need to go to bed now? You already blew your
No.
horn.
Meg, it's not a bugle. It's a battle horn.
Oh my god, Jesus Christ.
It's
It's a battle horn.
Oh man,
yeah.
that's amazing.
Jeez, I'm
Man,
watching you over here. There's a delay over here. You're having an epileptic fit over there when you're talking to me over here.
no, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I had a really interesting question that I wanted to know, and you just you blowing your horn just got me out. I have no idea what else. Oh
Do
man.
not say that. Do not say what you just said. You just said blowing my horn got you off. That is wrong. I'm banning Fernando for a week. He's
Oh
not
my
allowed.
God.
For a week.
What kind of battle you going into with that noise?
I don't know.
Oh
It's
my
certainly
God.
not a musical battle. I can tell you that.
Oh man, should blow your horn on the internet.
I can barely blow it in the room. Oh God, that sounded wrong as well.
Oh my God. That's wild. Jeez. Everybody. Even MJ, at least you have a horn. Oh man.
Agreed.
Jesus.
At least I've got something to fiddle with. Many people can't blow a horn.
Oh man.
Shit,
that was great.
You know when we're running out of time when the talk starts to go in this direction.
Oh man.
Yes, there's about a 30-second delay. There's not much you can do. I've got it set on its lowest latency available. It's just, it is what it is. So
good.
yeah.
It's all fun and horning.
Gee whiz. Man, haven't you got to be somewhere, dude? You've got to go somewhere.
Yeah. But I'm still good. I have time.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, I think we will start winding things up now because there's too much horn talk.
MJ's off to Static Echoes.
Oh, MJ, you're my best. If you haven't already subscribed, please subscribe. To any one of you 7 people who haven't subscribed, please go and subscribe. I've got so much stuff to go through now with all these different monetization things and what have you on it. I just have to check it all out. You've got all these different things that I didn't even know you could do. And the shop, I've got a shop there now, which it's got some Static Echoes t-shirts on there. It's got some Shadow Files t-shirts on there. It's got a couple of Wappa t-shirts on there as well.
Nice. So then you can sell merch. Awesome.
Tristan goes, I'm always delayed, so it's all good. We're actually talking in Tristan's time zone, which that is a whole entire different. I'm not talking about Tristan's time zone. I'm actually talking about different, being out of phase with each other, so can't see each other and stuff like that. That'd be a whole other topic as well. But anyway, I do think it's time to shoot through. So
yes, sir.
Until next week, we will be back next week. Hopefully we'll have Jeremy with us, but he had a very young little princess that he had to deal with tonight, so he didn't make it, unfortunately. So we sort of did what we did. I still can't put a label on what we recorded tonight and what goes on in this live show. But anyway, until next week, there will be more Static Echoes next week. There will be more Shadow Files next week. So until then, take it easy, guys, and thank you for tuning in.
Have a good one. And for you guys out there, have a good night. I'm going to enjoy my morning.
Bye.